that helps us communicate with precision, exactness, sureness at the workplace and reach a wider audience. Now, writing एक ऐसा yardstick है, एक ऐसा पैरामीटर, एक तंत्र है जिससे आपके इंटेलेक्ट, आपकी नॉलेज, आपके एक्सप्रेशन को जज किया जाता है. So this is why good writing and maintaining highest quality editorial standards becomes important. दूसरी बात, क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस क्यों जरूरी है? कंसिस्टेंसी बनाए रखने के लिए. नाउ अगर आपके डॉक्यूमेंट में कंसिस्टेंसी होगी, वो आपका डॉक्यूमेंट ज्यादा पॉलिश्ड और प्रोफेशनल लगेगा. एक ही स्वर में अपने मैसेज को कम्युनिकेट करें. अगर आप बार बार डिफरेंट स्टाइल्स या डिफरेंट टेंसेस या डिफरेंट फॉर्मेट्स के बीच में बैक एंड फोर्थ करते रहेंगे, it will challenge the comprehension of the reader and make it difficult for him or her to understand. So if you pick a style, प्लीज कीप टू इट. कंसिस्टेंसी से मेरा ये मतलब भी है कि अगर आप बार बार डिफरेंट words use करते हैं that have similar meaning, that might also make the reader very confused. So please avoid that as well. तीसरी सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज, क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस क्यों जरूरी है? अपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की क्रेडिबिलिटी और उसके ब्रांड इमेज को भी बनाए रखने के लिए. आप सभी जानते हैं यूनिसेफ comes with a good amount of credibility and brand name. जब भी कोई यूनिसेफ के प्रोडक्ट को देखता है, be it any service or any other product as well, they do expect a certain level, a top notch service. So we do have to deliver on that basis as well. आप ये भी मेक श्योर कर लें कि आप वॉश एक्सपर्ट्स तो हैं ही सबसे पहले, आप पर उससे पहले आप यूनिसेफ के फील्ड, आप यूनिसेफ के फ्रंट लाइन वर्कर्स हैं. तो इसलिए जो आप काम ग्राउंड पर करते हैं उसे इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट बन जाता है आप उसे पेपर पे कैसे ट्रांसलेट करें, जिसके जरिए यू विल डेमोन्स्ट्रेट द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ द वर्क दैट यू डू. सो ये तीन कारण हैं जिनके जो बताते हैं कि क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस डॉक्यूमेंटेशन में क्यों जरूरी है. And now we move on. Swati, it's your Mentimeter time. दोबारा से अब सब Mentimeter पे जाएंगे और do we have a different code for it, Swati? The same code, right? The same code.
It is the same code, yeah.
Yes. So आप दोबारा से Mentimeter पे जाएंगे और अपने आप को मार्क्स देंगे. ना इट्स टाइम टू लाइक ग्रेड योरसेल्फ कि आप केस स्टडी लिखने में और रिपोर्ट लिखने में, और तीसरा सवाल, आप आउटपुट और आउटकम के बीच में अंतर जानने में अपने आप को कितने मार्क्स देते हैं? आउट ऑफ 10, राइट? या इट्स आउट ऑफ 10. So you have to rate yourself. In the next slide, you'll also get to rate others also. सबसे पहले अपने आप को आप मार्क्स दीजिए. We already have like one response. Okay, very fast. We need more responses. Okay, 2.
So this is about yourself. How well do you write a case study? Do you write a technical report? So you can be honest with yourself. It's anonymous. We don't know who said what.
Yes, we've got 10 responses. I think we can get an average. Swati, can we reveal the results?
Yeah, we can. All right, not bad. I think, yeah, it's good. You guys understand how to write a case study on average, and it also shows, you know, most people picked about 7. Some people went to about 3. In terms of writing technical reports, you guys said a little less strong than case studies. That's okay. I think if you can write a good case study, you can write a good technical report. The elements, the fundamental skeleton is the same. And then understand the difference between outputs and outcomes. About 7 out of 10, pretty good. I see that 3 people definitely feel like they understand the difference. Does someone want to say, whoever picked 10, does someone want to say the difference between outputs and outcomes? You're welcome to try. Anybody? What is the difference between outputs and outcomes? Again, it's totally okay to just take a guess. Ganeshram, do you want to try?
Yes, who's the 10 on 10? Why?
I don't know. But we can ask anybody. Okay, Levin, good. Okay, Ganeshram is not responding.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes, please.
yes, coming in.
Yes. So output is the quantitative thing what we have given. The outcome is the qualitative what we get. This is what I want.
Yeah, that's definitely true in a lot of cases. So output would be most often
Outcome.
outputs are quantitative, like you said, and mostly outcomes are qualitative. One more difference I would say, in addition to what you've said, thank you so much, is that outputs are what are immediately measurable in the sense that number of trainings, number of people trained, number of number of food packages distributed, amount of cash given, number of hygiene kits distributed. Those are outputs. Outputs do not tell you about the influence. You can give a hygiene kit, but you don't know if someone uses that hygiene kit and their life is better. Now, outcomes will tell you if you've made someone's life better. So you can say that, because we have helped construct 30 hand washing stations over in the next 6 months, an outcome would be like 30% decrease in diarrheal disease. So outcomes can also be quantitative, but they're more community level responses and they're longer term. So output is like the immediate number, while outcomes can be a longer term result. Now impact, so outcome is when you say, okay, there's 30% less diarrhea in the community. Impact would be, okay, in 2 years, the community, this is where it's very qualitative, like Sankuli was saying, it's the impact is that you now have a healthier community thanks to access to sanitation and hygiene. So those would be the 3 different things. So if you have any questions, we can definitely also repeat this in Hindi or again in English,
Yes,
whichever you want.
we do have, we will discuss this in detail when we discuss the checklist. So
Yeah.
would we park it for there then? Okay.
We can do that.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And then I think we have one more question, which is this, oh, this person's been very industrious. Okay, so now we're asking you to let us know what you think of other people's work. So not about you, but about your colleagues, about UNICEF staff, other consultants. How readable is the material that everyone else is producing?
So, अगर आप दूसरों का काम, दूसरों का नॉलेज, दूसरों के बनाए गए नॉलेज प्रोडक्ट्स पढ़ते हैं, आप उन्हें कितना रीडेबल समझते हैं, कितना पढ़ने लायक, कितना अच्छा, कितना बुरा समझते हैं, उसके बारे में आप रेट कीजिए प्लीज. Okay, 3 responsive. We need 7 to 8 more.
Mm-hmm. All right, I like that everyone's being, honest about what they're seeing. So, think about the documents that you have to read, that you're given to read, that are produced by other colleagues. And yeah, and think about whether it's always been understandable or confusing or too long. Or maybe it's not long, maybe it's exactly right. Just 2 more responses, please. If you haven't responded, please respond. All right, just one more. Anyone? Any last takers? There are about 18 of us, 17, 18 of you.
जो इससे हमारी next slide होगी वो इस question से काफी related है, so I'll request one of them to please answer.
Yeah. All right, I think we've waited. So we'll go with 9 responses. I like that it's an even mix between very readable and sometimes it's a mix. That's totally okay. You know, it's the reason we're also doing this workshop is so that we can have consistency and quality going forward as well. So that, you know, you have less of a mix and people are more aware of the, oh, there we go, 10, of the different rules and recommendations that they can adhere to have more readable products. All right, I'm going to give it back to you, Raghav.
Thank you. Okay, now we've done our self-assessment. Now time for some homework assessment. You remember yesterday I had shared a case study with you that was written by Shipra, Swati, and Narendra, all of them together, and even Radhika. And it's from Odisha, a great case study that had that talked about how Odisha is working on establishing medical camps for migrants. So अगर आपको मौका मिला हो उस story के बारे में पढ़ने का, जो I know some of them did reply that they did read this the case study. So उसके बारे में अब आपके पास time है ना, it's time for you to speak and not for us. आप अपने thoughts share करें कि आपको क्या अच्छा लगा story के flow और उसकी presentation के बीच में, कुछ ऐसा लगा जो कि missing था, जो कि कोई information जो आपको समझ में नहीं आ रही थी, कोई missing link था, you were not able to connect the dots, what could have been improved, whatever thoughts that you have in mind, please unmute yourself and let us know. I hope you got a chance to read the case study. Yes, who's going first before I start name calling? Megha, would you do the honors? Would you go first?
Yeah, okay. I read the story yesterday, and I think what I really liked about the whole story is like the government is really sensitive towards its people. So because of this corona, they built this temporary medical camp, and that actually stood really out in this whole story. So that is what actually very good about the story I felt.
You're talking about the government's role, if I'm heard it correctly?
Yeah, the government role, yeah.
Okay, great. So what I wanted to point out is something about the writing style that you felt that was maybe missing or something was good or whatever you felt. Anyone else? Vivek, would you go second? I don't know if you can hear us.
Called Vivek, so he's sitting in secretariat, so Vivek is
Oh, okay. Anyone else?
Hello.
Any comments?
Yeah,
yes.
I'm Vijay. Hello.
Yes, hi.
Ma'am,
yes, we can hear you.
Throughout the case study, the language is very consistent.
Okay.
And the flow of language was also very good.
Okay, thank you. You find the language very consistent, which,
yeah.
As we talked about before, it's important to maintain consistency in order to ensure quality. Quality. Who else is coming? Yes.
In the case study, it has been highlighted the works of the government as well as the support of the UNICEF too.
Okay, great. So Mr. Bijoy raised a very important point that UNICEF's role has been documented in a correct way, which we will talk about when we flesh out what are the things that a case study must include. So I'm glad you brought it up. Okay, next, who else is coming before we move on? One more response, one more maybe critique. You can look at it from a very critical lens and say that, okay, this was also missing. Anyone? कोई जवाब देना चाहेगा? I have to name call. I'm sorry. Bikash, Ganesh, Ram. Anyone wants like to come in? Pranab?
Yes, sir, I'm Vikas.
Yes.
I found the case study very interesting because one thing is the facts and figure. Whatever the facts and figures are highlighted, so it shows an evidence that this program has been correctly implemented. And second thing is the quotation that the Sarpanch is given. So it also realizes the actual happening from the field. What is the Sarpanch is told. And third thing, I found that the sequence is maintained. Suppose we are writing like introduction, body, and conclusion part. The sequence is properly maintained that I have found. So
Okay.
overall it is good. But let us see what else some other consultants are telling.
Okay, so I'm glad you talked about the quote from the Sarpanch because when we go further, you'll realize that how a quote from a beneficiary really gives a human angle to a case study. So I'm also glad that you pointed that out. Okay, I think it's time to move on before we have any more responses. Okay, now do you see this diagram? Now think of yourself for a minute. For a minute, just put yourself in the shoes of a journalist, a reporter, a storyteller, and think of yourself going to, let's say, Dhenkanal, which to report that it has been declared it has been declared ODFS. What are the questions that you will have in mind before you walk into Dhenkanal to report that, oh, it has graduated from its ODF phase and transitioned into sustaining its ODF status? What are the questions that you need to prepare in hand before you walk into Dhenkanal? Now, what is the situation there? How is it different? The probable questions would be, what is the situation there? How is it the situation different from other districts such as Kendrapara or maybe Cuttack or Bhubaneswar? What is Dhenkanal doing which other districts are not doing in terms of waste management, in terms of plastic waste management, and in terms of grey water management that had made it achieve this ODFS status? And what are the next steps? Is it going to stop there, or is it going to graduate further and become ODF plus? Is that the track it's going to follow? So when you have the questions in hand, stringing a case study together becomes easy. जो planning process होता है case study का, that should technically take 40% of your overall documentation preparation time. अगर आपके पास की मटेरियल, रेलेवेंट डिटेल्स और सब है, तो इस आपके लिए डॉक्यूमेंट को कंडेंस करना, उसे बनाना बहुत आसान हो जाएगा, और वो जो अभी आप लिखेंगे वो सही तरह से फ्लैश होकर आएगा. So this time when you have the right amount of questions, you can string them together to make a good case study. So I only advise you that the next time when you go to a field, please do have the right questions in hand before you go and document a case study from the field. Okay, now next. Okay, while you draft a knowledge product, आप कुछ भी draft कर रहे हो, be it a case study, a report, human interest story, जितने भी examples आपने Mentimeter quiz में दिए थे, आप कुछ भी draft कर रहे हो, आप इन points को जरूर ध्यान में रखें. सबसे पहला, सबसे important, get to the point faster. जैसे कि स्वाति ने कहा कि आजकल 10 पेज डॉक्यूमेंट भी पढ़ने का किसी के पास टाइम नहीं है. वी लिव इन अ वेरी क्लिकबेट वर्ल्ड विच जो कि सब कुछ हमें फास्ट चाहिए. सो ट्राई टू गेट टू द पॉइंट वेरी क्विकली. अ सेंटेंस जो भी आप बनाएं, आप मेक श्योर इट डज नॉट हैव unnecessary words, unnecessary paragraphs, unnecessary lines that make the comprehension very difficult. Do not beat around the bush. Get to the point very fast. दूसरी इम्पॉर्टेंट बात, अगर आप ये कैन बार बार एक ही सेंटेंस को रिपीट करेंगे, then also it means that the writing is becoming redundant. So please do avoid that when you start writing. दूसरी बात, जब भी आप दूसरी सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज, जब भी आप कोई न्यूज़पेपर खोल के देखते हैं या कुछ भी एनी आर्टिकल और एनी नॉलेज और एनी पीस, राइटिंग पीस दैट यू सी, द फर्स्ट थिंग जो आपकी रीडर आपकी अटेंशन को अरेस्ट करती है, दैट इज द टाइटल. Now you have to try to make the title of the story very catchy, not only catchy but also all encompassing. When I say all encompassing, it means that it should have the name of the state or the district on which about which the case study is about, and also the intervention. Let's just say आपने जो पुरानी एक case study पढ़ी है ओडिशा से, the title had everything that uh, ensure Odisha makes medical camps wash compliant. So these अगर आप ये ना सिर्फ ये केस स्टडी पूरी ये जो हेडिंग है ये ना सिर्फ कैची है बट ये पूरे केस स्टडी को के बारे में भी बताती है. थर्ड थिंग इज यू हैव टू नो योर ऑडियंसेस. जब भी ये मैं अपनी टिप देना चाहूंगा कि whenever you start writing something and you face a writer's block and आपको नहीं समझ में आ रहा है कि क्या लिखना है, you do think about it, who is going to be your audience, and trust me 30% of your dilemma, your confusion will go away. When you know who's your audience is, you adapt to their writing style. You know you know their persona and you know whom are you writing for. The more accurately that आप अपने रीडर को इमेजिन करेंगे, उतनी ही ज्यादा आप उनके लिए एक्सेसिबल बनेंगे. नंबर फोर्थ, स्पेल आउट टेक्निकल लैंग्वेज एंड जार्गन्स. ना मान लीजिए अगर कोई दूसरे सेक्शन का कोई स्पेशलिस्ट या कोई भी कंसल्टेंट हमारे काम को पढ़ता है, बी इट लेट्स से फ्रॉम चाइल्ड प्रोटेक्शन, फ्रॉम हेल्थ और फ्रॉम न्यूट्रिशन, उसको ये टेक्निकल टर्म्स जैसे कि JJM, FSTP और लेट्स जस्ट से CLTS ये सब समझ में नहीं आएंगे. So you have to expand the technical abbreviations of the language that you use. Use them in full form, at least for the first time that when you introduce it in your narrative. Now, again, I'll move further. Avoid run-on and long sentences. Sentence आपका जितना लंबा होगा उतना ज़्यादा possibility है that the reader will be confused. So as a hack, I will suggest that अपने sentence को सिर्फ 1 से 1.5 लाइन तक ही लंबा रखें. अगर उससे ज़्यादा जा रहा है, make sure you use your punctuation marks. Make sure to break it into 2. Again, moving on, avoid making unrealistic claims. अगर आप कोई unrealistic claims कोई भी claim आप अपने narrative में दे रहे हैं, जैसे कि these women really felt empowered after receiving a training on menstrual hygiene. Now this may be true, but to the reader, to a very rational reader, it may sound very unrealistic. So अगर ये claim जो आप दे रहे हैं ये it's not backed by some evidence, please avoid giving that claim. Give very straightforward and very direct sentences. Use correct grammar and spelling check and spelling. जब भी आप कोई document किसी के साथ भी share करें, make sure you do a spelling check before that, a spell check before that. It's available on MS Word, and I'm sure most of you use it as well. And उसकी grammar भी जरूर check करें. It shouldn't be like आपके first sentences past tense में और जो बाकी का सारा आपका narrative है वो future या फिर present tense में. That is also inconsistency that we talk about. And lastly, you should follow the 5-step mantra. What is the 5-step mantra? Is write, revise, edit, rewrite, and proofread all the time. And ये सब जब आप कर रहे हो, make sure that not everyone is perfect. Even I edit my work constantly. Even everyone does edit their work constantly. Even Nobel laureates edit their work constantly. So practice makes everyone's perfect. So जितनी आप practice करेंगे, उतनी ही आपकी writing, आपकी लिखावट में बेहतरी होगी. Moving on. Okay, so now we have an exercise for you. I will share a story link in the chat box. आपके पास 2 से 3 मिनट है. It's a very short case study. 1 पेज की case study है. अब आपने ये सारे इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट सुन लिए. इनको ध्यान में रखते हुए आप ये केस स्टडी पढ़ेंगे और ये बताएंगे कि आपको इसमें क्या ठीक लगा, क्या कमी लगी, क्या इम्प्रूव हो सकता था. जो हमने पॉइंट्स के बारे में बात करी, क्या वो सब ये केस स्टडी को ध्यान में रखती है कि नहीं रखती है. तो इसके बारे में वी विल टॉक. आई विल शेयरिंग द लिंक इन द चैट बॉक्स. गिव मी 1 सेकंड. Yes, I have shared. जो ये लिंक नहीं खोल पा रहे हैं, I don't mind sharing my screen as well, जिस पे ये केस स्टडी लिखी हुई है. Give me just a second. Yes, this is the case study. ये Now, the task for you is you have to suggest a title for the story. Not only suggest a title for the story, but आपको उसमें बताना है कि क्या हमने consistency की, grammar की बात करी, हमने technical jargons की बात करी, वो सब कोई अगर कोई outsider audience पढ़ेगा, क्या उसे समझ में आएगी case study? What is missing? Is there anything that can be improved in this case study? So your 2 minutes start now, and I will keep scrolling the study, scrolling down so that everyone can read it. Yes. एक spoiler दे दूं. This is a story of, I think, a cyclone affected, Fani affecting district in Odisha, जिसमें एक RO system लगाया गया था. Now ये आप ही में किसी ने से लिखी है. ये premise बहुत अच्छा है story का, but कैसे present होनी चाहिए ये मैं आपसे जानूंगा. So who's coming first? I think someone who hasn't spoken. So the good thing about this case study, ये मैं कह रहा हूँ, that it's short. एक ही page में the writer has encapsulated almost everything what he or she wanted to say. Now, what about the presentation or the language or the content of it? इसके बारे में कौन मुझे सबसे पहले बताएगा? Who wants to come first? I hope you all must have read the case study, or if not, let me know. I can wait for 1 more minute.
टाइटल is missing here.
Yes, title क्या होना चाहिए? Would you mind suggesting that? इसमें title नहीं given है. A catchy title that encapsulates everything. कौन मुझे title बताएगा? Yes, who is coming? Bijoy ji or Megha, can you suggest a title for everyone?
सर मैं बोल सकता हूँ सर. नमस्कार सर.
हाँ जी, please बोलिए.
सर हमको जो व्हाट इज द सिचुएशन एंड सिचुएशन कंपैरिजन जो दिए थे उसमें था सर डिवास्टिंग सिचुएशन ड्यू टू फनी, वो जो सिचुएशन है.
ओके.
और दूसरा है कि वो
आप ये, हाँ,
जो कंपैरिजन है सिचुएशन का, व्हाट इज द सिचुएशन ऑफ कंपैरिजन, वहां पे है सर नो पावर सप्लाई, वाटर सप्लाई एटसेट्रा. एंड ऑप्शन हम इस केस स्टडी में बता रहा है कि हम जनरेटर के थ्रू पावर सप्लाई देंगे, वाटर सप्लाई करेंगे, आरओ ट्रीटमेंट करेंगे. पर्पज है कि टू मैनेज द डिवास्टिंग सिचुएशन.
ओके. Now, I'm sorry. Yes, Yogin. I don't know who's speaking, sir. What's your good name? I didn't see. Ganesh ji. Okay, Ganesh Ramji. Now, Ganesh Ramji has explained the story, which has made it easier for you. Now, who's going to tell me कि इसका क्या title होना चाहिए और उसके language में क्या improvement होना चाहिए था? Yes, who's going to tell me? Anyone? Megha, I think you should only do the honors like all the time.
I'm still thinking of the title, but then one thing that I noticed in this whole case study is like, first I think the person whosoever has written this, they should have described how Narendrapur village is like the geographical and the terrain condition then, and then could have come to the point of cyclone Fani and how it has affected it.
Exactly. So now see, Megha has raised a very important point that इस story में कोई context नहीं था, कोई introduction नहीं था. Did you see? It just started off as, hey, this happened in Narendrapur village, but nobody know a bit of background and a bit of context to it. So okay, I'm glad you brought it up. Next, who is coming? By the meantime, can you suggest a title, Megha, or anyone else that could go?
Yeah, I'm just thinking. And also, I didn't get the point. Had something to cherish
Yeah,
about. I
Pranab.
didn't get it. Just to cherish about.
Okay. Again, that is, you see, it's an unrealistic claim. Do you see?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
talked about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. इसमें लिखा हुआ है that there was something to cherish about. किसके बारे में cherish या खुशी मनाने का मौका था during a cyclone? Do you see? This is exactly the example of an unrealistic claim जिसके बारे में बात कर रहा था. अगर आपके पास इसका evidence नहीं है कि ये cherish करने के लिए moment था, then don't write about it. Okay?
And also, I cannot
Who else
relate
is
to
there?
the. Can I say?
मैम टाइटल में भी अनइंटरप्टेड वाटर सप्लाई सर्विस डिलीवरी ड्यूरिंग डिवास्टेटेड फनी.
Perfect. Who's this? Who suggests this? Bijoy ji. Great. Now, I think it sounds good. It's just that I wanted to add Odisha in
Sir,
the title, but okay. But a great guy.
सर मैं बोल
Yes.
सकता हूँ सर?
Anyone? हाँ जी.
हाँ सर, उसका हम ये नाम दे सकते हैं क्या सर? एक्सपीरियंसेस ऑफ नरेंद्रपुर ड्यूरिंग फनी.
Okay, this is a very general title जिसमें experiences के but किस तरह के experiences ये थोड़ा सा आप 2 या 3 शब्दों में expand कर सकते हैं जैसे कि बिजॉय सर ने बताया कि uninterrupted water supply. Now जब जैसे मैंने पढ़ा uninterrupted water supply in Odisha during Fani. Now this अब मुझे इससे अगर मैं केस स्टडी ना भी पढूं मुझे ये पढ़ के भी पूरा स्टोरी समझ में आ गई. You know what I mean? कि अच्छा this will include this. So experiences ये बहुत ही wide, बहुत ही generic term है. So अगर आप थोड़ा specify करके बताएं तो ज़्यादा अच्छा होगा. Anyone else before we move on? Any other reflection on the writing style or कुछ any other loophole or any other gap that you found in this case study? कि अच्छा ये missing था. This was not there. Who is coming? I want someone else to. Rudra, Sankuli. Yes.
हेलो तेजेश्वर सर मैं
Yes,
बोल रहा
sir. Yes, sir. Please.
हूँ. हाँ सर, इसमें सर सेंटेंस थोड़ा वो लंबा था इसके स्टोरी में.
कौन सा सेंटेंस सर?
पहले से यूग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर लॉस एंड ऑपरेटेड इलेक्ट्रिकल पोल्स ऐसे जो लिखा है सर, उसको पढ़ने में दिक्कत हो रहा है सर. बड़ा लाइन है उसका. और अगर इसका स्टोरी लाइन अगर इसका हेडलाइन देंगे तो सर मेरे हिसाब से आरो वाटर ब्रिंग स्माइल ऑन नरेंद्रपुर विलेजर्स आफ्टर फनी ऐसे कुछ.
Okay, very good. Again, it's a good title that adds a human touch because it's a story about a child who has got access, which is very interesting. Okay. Okay, I hope you all understood what I was trying to say and show you during this case study. Now, इसके बाद हम आगे चलते हैं. We'll move back to our presentation because now you're going to have some exercise. Now, this is I think my favorite part of this workshop. You read this paragraph, everyone. I hope everyone can see this paragraph on your screen. ये paragraph पढ़ के आप you remember, you now go back to class 6th or 7th and think of your grammar test where you used to have like a test on editing and omission. Now you see this कि क्या आपको इन sentence में क्या common issues, क्या editing issues, क्या omission issues लगे, क्या गलत है, क्या सही हो सकता है. You have 1 minute, read this out and tell me कि इसमें आपको क्या गलत लगा. And this is, by the way, this is from Odisha, one of the case studies written by one of the people in this chat room.
Total strength of girl is missing.
I'm sorry, total strength of girls. Okay.
Girls are missing. Yeah.
But Megha, I'm great you pointed that out. But I'm happy that you pointed that out. But I want someone to identify what I am thinking. Maybe in the first line, or even in the last line. Read the whole paragraph, but just a hint that major issue lies in the first line.
Hello. Can I?
Yes.
मार्क में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है मैम.
I'm Rudra.
Yes, Rudra.
इसमें inconsistency ज़्यादा है grammar को लेकर, past present मिला के फिर लिखा गया है.
Correct, absolutely. Who else? Anyone else was coming?
पंक्चुएशन मार्क में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है मैम.
पंक्चुएशन मार्क में कहाँ पे सर?
आप वीर नारायणपुर.
Okay.
बात एक कमा रहना चाहिए ना.
Okay, good. Punctuation marks. Okay. What else before I reveal the answers? Okay, finally.
टीचर इसमें ग्रामेटिकल मिस्टेक है, तो टीचर्स होना जरूरी है.
Teachers, okay, good. Because you're talking about schools, आप plural की बात कर रहे हैं, जो उसके साथ जो common noun लगाएंगे, वो भी plural होना चाहिए. I'm glad you brought it up. Great. Now, first line.
Assistant teacher of the school.
One more thing. Hello?
Yes.
This is Vivek. So
Hi,
if I
Vivek,
guess
hi.
that it's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. If you go to seventh line, it's portable. It should be potable, not portable. P-O-T-A-B-L-E. That is something can be
Okay.
drinking quality.
Okay, Vivek, now tell me there's one more issue with that word. What is that? Portable drinking water. I'm telling you a
If you say
phrase.
drinking water, if you say drinking water, it has to be portable. So either
Okay, but
potable
there's
water or
one more
drinking.
grammar. Correct. Now you edited the spelling, but there's one more error in the phrase portable drinking
There's
water.
no
What
need
is
of
that?
these three first letters to be in capital. Portable,
Perfect.
D,
10 on
capital
10.
D.
Perfect.
Capital
Okay.
D is,
Hello,
अगर
sir.
आप yes
ये एक
Sir,
effort. Hello.
yes
So the continuous effort have garnered many achievements. ये थोड़ा soothing नहीं लग रहा है. तो
सूदिंग नहीं लग रहा है. ये क्यों सूदिंग नहीं लग रहा है?
Achievement से पहले वो garnered जैसे word doesn't make a good sense of that.
Okay.
Sir,
Now if you read the first.
The first sentence does not have a main verb. It is written in a clause form. The first sentence does not have a main verb, and it is just ended with a full stop.
Okay, so जितना मेरी समझ है, I don't think Bir Narayanpur is a name of a primary school. No, I think it's a name of a block, right? Correct? I hope आप अपने आप को म्यूट कर दें प्लीज, जो भी बोल रहे हैं प्लीज. Okay, so Bir Narayanpur is not a name of an upper primary school. It's a name of a block. So the sentence should start with an upper primary school in Bir Narayanpur, which is situated 8 kilometers away from the district headquarters in Rayagada. This should be the sentence. इससे मुझे ये पढ़ के लग रहा है कि Bir Narayanpur एक स्कूल का नाम है जो रायगढ़ के पास है, which is not the case. So number one error is that. अब किसी ने पॉइंट आउट किया,
तो फिर ठीक आ जाता है मैम.
आई एम सॉरी सर, दोबारा बोलिए.
के बीच में जो एन है, ANN, उसको हटा देने से बीर नारायणपुर अपर प्राइमरी स्कूल.
Okay, correct, great. So this is the great trick. Okay, now अब आप किसी ने पॉइंट आउट किया कि पहले सेंटेंस में पास्ट टेंस है और सेकंड सेंटेंस में जैसे कि was situated 8 kilometers away, और दूसरे सेंटेंस में आप कह रहे हैं the school is positioned. तो ये is और was का ये जो inconsistency in tenses है, ये भी सही होनी चाहिए. Now as Vivek pointed out, portable drinking water, it is common noun. It is not a proper noun. It is not a name like Jagdish Chandra Dora. It's not a name, so it should not be capitalized. Again, I'm glad someone pointed out कि ये immense effort क्या होता है. आपने ये पैराग्राफ में ये बताया ही नहीं कि क्या immense effort करके उन्हें स्वच्छ विद्यालय पुरस्कार मिल गया. You know what I mean? You have to connect the dots. Like, what did Mr. Jagdish Chandra do in his school so that he could maybe be awarded with the Swachh Vidyalaya पुरस्कार? You have to connect the dots. पहले sentence जो जहाँ पे खत्म हो रहा है, उसी के same thread में दूसरा sentence शुरू हो. Content repetition. This, I think nobody pointed that out. In the last line, 2019, the term has been mentioned thrice. It could have only been mentioned once. See, this is content repetition. एक ही शब्द को बार-बार लिखना also confuses the reader. Now, what I wanted to a point that I wanted to make was कि शुरू में आपने स्कूल की सारी ना ये पैराग्राफ बात करता है कि एक टीचर ने जिसने अपने स्कूल में काम करा, क्वालिटी एजुकेशन दी, पोर्टेबल ड्रिंकिंग एक्सेस वाटर दिया, और इसके चलते आप उसको ओडिशा का स्वच्छ विद्यालय पुरस्कार मिल गया, अवार्ड किया गया. तो एग्जैक्टली दिस इज व्हाट द पैराग्राफ टॉक्स अबाउट. इसमें इतना सारा ज्योग्राफिकल लोकेशन देने का ठीक है, गलत नहीं है, बट इसमें कुछ ऐड नहीं कर रहा है उस नैरेटिव को. डू यू सी दैट इट इज लोकेटेड 8 kilometers away from the district, it is positioned, the area of the school is 1600 square feet of land, it has an entrance in Birayanpur village. आपका जो essence of the story है कि क्यों आप इस स्कूल को स्वच्छ विद्यालय पुरस्कार मिला, वो इससे मैच नहीं करता है. जो जितनी भी आप एक्स्ट्रा इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहे हैं, दिस इज कॉल्ड रिडंडेंट सेंटेंसेस. दिस could have been eliminated easily in the sentence. This is the point that I wanted to make. Now
One
we
more
have
time.
yes please.
Ma'am.
So if you go to first, second, third, fourth, fifth line, it says assistant teacher of the schools. So if you're talking about the single school, that S is not needed here.
Yes,
Assistant teacher
again,
of the
plural and
schools.
singular. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And
Right knowledge of plural and singular. Thank you, Pranav, for bringing this up.
मैम
Okay, yes, yes.
और भी एक हो सकता था मैम,
हाँ
ये
जी,
जो
बोलिए।
लिखे हैं स्कूल व्हिच वाज सिचुएटेड 8 किलोमीटर away from डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर, उसको हम बोल सकते हैं वो अगर होता कि रिमोट एरिया में भी होके भी ये स्कूल एक अच्छा स्कूल बन सकता है, बना है, ये हम उसको अगर ऐसे टाइप का अगर
करेक्ट,
होता तो
अगर
हम
आप
उसको
ये
बोल
बता
सकते हैं।
पाते, अगर आप ये बोल पाते कि
Yeah.
it's located in a, let's say, a tribal village, a far located tribal village, remote village, and उसका but वो do you see that information वो इससे translate नहीं हो रही कि वो 8 किलोमीटर अवे है, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to be very specific when you say that.
हमको उसको पूरा
Okay.
स्पेसिफिक करना था।
Yes. So again, we have a second exercise for you. This is the paragraph below, and it's time for you to correct it. I find too many errors in this, and I think आपको भी इसमें नजर आएंगे. So you have 1 minute to read this and identify कि इसमें क्या गलत है. Okay. 1 minute starts now.
इसमें सारे एब्रिविएटेड
I
नेम है
can-
मैम,
Yes.
SBM, IHHL, CSC सारे जो है। हेलो हेलो
Yes, yes, sir. Please.
हेलो
Yes,
हेलो हेलो,
ये जो
आपने जैसे बोले हेलो,
हाँ जी, बोलिए सर।
हाँ, जो IHHL, CSC और BC उसको थोड़ा डिटेल एक्सटेंशन करके लिखना चाहिए।
करेक्ट,
थोड़ा एलाबोरेट करने से होता है।
okay. Technical jargon, okay.
Hello, Vivek this side.
Yes, yes, hi Vivek.
So if you go into the second line, this line seems incomplete because SBM shifted its focus from IHL toilet construction to CSC construction, Dalit Habitat, without any proper. What proper? I mean that something is without any proper planning or something that is missing, I guess.
Okay, this
Without
is exactly called a run-on sentence. Okay.
Yeah, without any
What
proper in Cuttack for BC. I mean for behavior change, it could have been mentioned.
Yes.
There is also repetition of sentence, no? The Satyagrahi on CSC.
Yes.
Repetition of sentence.
Okay. Now, one thing that I wanted to point out before. Do you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? This sentence is 6 line long. Do you see? Or this is so confusing. मतलब अगर कोई पढ़ने जाएगा तो वो बीच में ही खो जाएगा कि वो क्या लिखा हुआ है. The full stop is used after 6 lines. It's so confusing. So I have done it. I have corrected one for you so that आपको, I'm glad there was something pointed out कि abbreviation सही होना चाहिए. What is IHHL? Individual household level toilet. CSC again technical jargons जो सिर्फ wash लोगों को ही पता होगा. Community sanitation complex. Behavior change. तो इसको आप जरूर करेक्ट रखें. रन ऑन सेंटेंस, जितना लंबा सेंटेंस है इसको आप बीच में ब्रेक करें. ने कहा इनकम्प्लीट ना छोड़ें, उसको पूरी तरह से आप लिखें. Now I have done this for you. I hope it is understandable now. Vivek, do you understand it now? Or
Yeah, I get it.
This is the correct version of it. Megha, everyone, is it understandable now, or do you find any errors in this as well?
No, it is understandable now.
Okay.
Raghav.
Yeah.
So just after sentence, however, can we not put the only orientation? Or put the only, because if you're talking.
I'm sorry, come again. The only where?
After however.
Yeah, okay.
What if we would have added the?
However, the only orientation. If you add the, then you have to add that. The only presentation that was held for Swachhagrahi is on. Okay, so if you add the, then you have to add that. Okay, to make it proper.
Okay.
And however, an orientation was held for Swachhagrahi.
Okay, fair enough. An orientation, again, use of articles. Okay, great. And आप ये देख रहे हैं Yes.
Is the operation and maintenance a one word because operations and maintenance, or is it being used as a single word, operation and maintenance?
Operations and maintenance.
Because
And
we
no,
normally use operation and maintenance as a singular.
as a singular, as in you write it like one word.
Yeah, operation. No, I mean in abbreviation we write O and M. So
O&M.
operations and maintenance, or operation and maintenance.
Okay, so what if I use the operations and maintenance further in this paragraph? Let's say this paragraph is longer, and I will specify that in the parenthesis that it means O and M, right? But if you expand it correctly, let's say someone external audience won't know these jargons called O and M and everything, so you have to give them expanded. We are.
I have a
Yeah,
doubt
tell me.
regarding this S which is after the operations. On operations and maintenance, or on operation and maintenance?
Operations, plural.
Okay, and what about the plural of that maintenance?
Maintenance is there's no no. It's only
plural.
maintenance. Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Maintenance is an
Yes. So I hope you all understood it. We have one more exercise for you, and I won't take much time on it, but there's one error in this. There's actually a lot of errors, but I want you to point out one of them, which brownie points for those जिसने पकड़ लिया उस error को.
NSS cadets across the state. NSS cadets of across the state नहीं होगा सर.
Correct. Okay.
Long statement. The second statement is, I guess, too long. First, second, third. 3 lines.
The participants, you mean? The participants? Or no? Look at, okay, I'll give you a hint. Look at the abbreviation. There's something wrong with the abbreviations.
I think it should be C-4D, I guess, or C4-D, I guess.
COVID-19. Okay. So I'm glad Megha brought it up. Megha, in UNICEF and WHO, and we prescribe the writing COVID-19 as like this. capital COVID -19. Okay.
सब ट्रेनिंग इंक्लूड होगा आई थिंक.
कहाँ पे सर?
पार्टिसिपेंट्स प्लूरल है और यहाँ पे इंक्लूड है. द
Okay,
पार्टिसिपेंट्स
include.
ऑफ ट्रेनिंग इंक्लूड्स है, सो पार्टिसिपेंट्स प्लूरल है, इंक्लूड होगा.
Okay, अगर ये past tense में होता तो included होता, right? Correct. What I wanted to say was
There's no need of capital P. The participants. Why capital P?
Okay. There's also no need of capital infection prevention and control. Now, जरूरी नहीं है कि कोई abbreviation है जैसे कि IPC तो उसके तीनों word जो उसके जो सारे expansion होगी वो भी आपकी capital होगी क्योंकि infection prevention and control is a common noun. It's not a proper noun like NSS जो National Service Scheme जो एक proper government scheme का नाम है. So जब भी अगर आप ऐसा लोग समझते हैं कि अगर कोई अब्रिविएशन है तो उसके सारे शब्द ही जब आप उनको एक्सपैंड करेंगे तो उनको हम कैपिटल में लिखेंगे. ऐसा नहीं है. वी ओनली डू दैट इन टर्म्स ऑफ व्हेन इट्स अ प्रॉपर नाउन. लेट्स से अगर आप एनएसएस को एक्सपैंड करेंगे तो आप लिखेंगे नेशनल सर्विस स्कीम ऑल इन कैपिटल्स. बट अगर आप आरसीसीई या इन्फेक्शन प्रिवेंशन एंड कंट्रोल को एक्सपैंड करके लिखेंगे तो उसमें आईपीसी या आरसीसी आप उसे कैपिटलाइज करके नहीं लिखेंगे because it's not a proper noun, it's a common noun. It's a name of an activity. It's not the name of a person. So I hope this makes it clear. Okay, moving on. इस वर्कशॉप के बाद I will share with you a set of resource material जिसमें एक यूनिसेफ की स्टाइल बुक होगी जो कि आपको आप रेफर कर सकते हैं बार बार, जिसमें आप देख सकते हैं कि किस तरह की ग्रामर फॉलो होनी चाहिए यूनिसेफ का डॉक्यूमेंट्स लिखने में, किस तरह की लैंग्वेज, किस तरह की लिंगो हम फॉलो करते हैं व्हेन वी राइट आवर ग्लोबल डॉक्यूमेंट्स. सो आई रिक्वेस्ट कि आप उनको जरूर आप बार बार रेफर करें. दूसरा एक ह्यूमन इंटरेस्ट स्टोरी की टेम्पलेट भी मैं दूंगा. यू रिमेंबर द क्वेश्चंस दैट वी टॉक्ड अबाउट, व्हाट आर द क्वेश्चंस दैट यू नीड टू हैव व्हेन यू गो अबाउट डॉक्यूमेंटिंग अ केस स्टडी. उसमें वो क्वेश्चंस अवेलेबल हैं कि अगर आप किसी ह्यूमन इंटरेस्ट स्टोरी को कैप्चर करने जाएं, जैसे कि आपने एक आरओ सिस्टम के बारे, एक लड़की के बारे में पढ़ी, तो अगर आप उससे इंटरव्यू करने जाएं, उससे बात करने जाएं, तो क्या क्वेश्चंस आपके दिमाग में होने चाहिए वो उस टेम्पलेट में जरूर लिखा है. again, I'd like to point out some other common issues. Now, I'm glad some people talked about articles and capitalizations, but एक और बात है जो आमतौर पे छूट जाती है कि जब भी हम लिखते हैं, we make sure हम sexist और racist और discriminatory language को avoid करें. जैसे कि अगर कोई term है पुलिस मैन, तो ये यूनिसेफ के डॉक्यूमेंट्स में हम नहीं लिखते हैं. We also write police officer because there has to be, we have to like give gender, ensure gender parity even in our writing. आप fireman नहीं लिखेंगे, आप firefighter लिखेंगे. अगर आप जैसे कि आप man hours नहीं लिखेंगे, आप work hours लिखेंगे. So make sure जो भी आप लिखें वो उसका कोई gendered मतलब ना हो. दूसरी बात, ये हमारे प्रीवियस वर्कशॉप्स में आई थी कि आप जब भी आप केस स्टडी लिख रहे हो उसमें आप रेफरेंसेस कैसे दें. रेफरेंसेस देने का एक ही तरीका है. मान लीजिए आपने कोई क्लेम या कोई स्टेटमेंट दी है दैट अकॉर्डिंग टू WHO देयर वर 70,000 केसेस ऑफ कोरोना वायरस इन ओडिशा, इन लेट्स से कटक डिस्ट्रिक्ट. नाउ आप ये स्टेटमेंट दे रहे हैं, ये कहाँ से आपने लिया, इसका आप रेफरेंस जरूर देंगे. कैसे देंगे? उसके आगे ब्रैकेट में, जैसे सेंटेंस आप खत्म करेंगे, ब्रैकेट में यू राइट WHO एंड हाइपर लिंक इट विद जो आपका लिंक होगा जहां से आपने ये इंफॉर्मेशन उठाई होगी. ऑल्टरनेटिवली आप उसको अपने फुटनोट में भी दे सकते हैं. आपने ये सेंटेंस लिखा, उसमें फुटनोट दिया और नीचे आके पूरा आपने उसका लिंक दिया. तो दिस स्टेटमेंट हैज बीन टेकन फ्रॉम WHO's latest report and you give the full link. So references is also to table, to charts. कितने सारे डेटा हम लिखते हैं रिपोर्ट्स में, तो उनके भी रेफरेंसेस देना बहुत जरूरी है. You follow that also. Now, a lot of time we are asked questions on how to draft reports and assessments. So you have to keep the same thing, the same grammatical things in mind, the same quality assurance things in mind when you draft a report or an assessment. It's just that the flow should be a little different. The flow should contain A, an introduction, B, a methodology कि कैसे आप वो assessment या कैसे आप वो report को बना रहे हैं. Third would be a program design. Then what does your program include? Let's say you conducted a training on COVID management among health workers. What was it about? How many people were trained? That would come under program design. Intervention, UNICEF ने क्या किया? Now, in the case study that you read about health migrant camps, उसमें someone talked about that UNICEF का role clearly defined है. So this should be clearly defined in your report as well. Discussion would mean what is a way forward, what are the recommendations that you make. So these are the basic heads that you should have in the report or any assessment that you draft, right? And again, two very common errors that we when we come across is hand washing in UNICEF documents is one word. It's not two separate words. It's not capitalized. It's one word. COVID-19 हम जैसे आप स्क्रीन पे देख रहे हैं, हम ऐसा सेल करते हैं COVID, everything caps with a hyphen and a 19. It's not mentioned as corona. It's not mentioned as COVID-19 without a hyphen. So it's exactly mentioned like this. So आप जितने भी documents आगे भी बनाएं, उन पे make sure कि spell check करके इन दोनों को correct कर लें. Yes. Okay, now this is my favorite part. Again, my second favorite part. Now, once I talk about this, I will request कि आप सब इसका print लेकर, I will send a separate copy of this कि आप इन सब को लेकर अपने workstations पे लगा लें. ये एक checklist है जो आपको बताएगी कि आपकी case study में क्या items जरूर होने चाहिए. Like every meal has the right ingredients, the case study should also have the right ingredients. One is, like Megha pointed out in the case study, there's no background, introduction and context in that. वो किसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, किस village के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं that has been affected by a cyclone. You give the background. Second, problem statement. What is the problem? That district suffered from a cyclone. What was the extent of the damage that prompted UNICEF to come and work in that district? Problem statement कि क्या issues हैं, क्या challenges हैं, उसके बारे में जरूर बात करें. Third would be UNICEF's role in intervention. Very important. जब भी हम ये case studies जो आप बनाते हैं, हम donors को forward करते हैं, उनका मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव यही होता है कि उनकी जो फंडिंग हमारे पास आई है उससे यूनिसेफ ने क्या काम करा है. यूनिसेफ्स रोल इज supremely important in your case studies. What did UNICEF do? How did it come about how did it come in the picture? Did it partner with other organizations? Did it do it things alone? Description: who, what, when, where, कब हुआ, क्या हुआ, कैसे हुआ, किसने किया, क्या पार्टनर्स इन्वॉल्व थे, क्या गवर्नमेंट भी इन्वॉल्व थी, क्या यूनिसेफ ने अकेले करा, was there any civil society organization that you were working in? For example, आप FSTP ढेंकनाल में काम कर रहे हैं, you're working with the Center for Policy Research, which is think tank, a research organization, and other partners as well. So when you write about ढेंकनाल, do mention and acknowledge them as well. सेकेंड, इमीडिएट आउटपुट्स। ना हमने पहले भी डिस्कस किया था, आउटपुट जरूर होने जरूरी है कि हमने इतने जने ट्रेन करे। वी facilitated the supply of 7,000 soaps in such and such district. Now these are immediately measurable outputs. Outcomes would be जो थोड़े large, जो थोड़े just any results that we get in the long term. For example, under the Jal Shakti Abhiyan के तहत 700 watershed structures were developed in Kendrapada. Now this is an output. What is the outcome of that? Let's just say the outcome would be, a long-term outcome would be that the water table of Kendrapada district improved or saw a rise by it, like say 5%. This is an outcome of that. And a possible impact जो बहुत long term में पड़ेगा could be that let's say I don't know, ये भी unrealistic होगा कहना, but there was limited water scarcity after 6 months of rain. This could be probably a possible outcome in the long run. Lessons learned way forward. Okay, आपने case study लिख ली, अब बाकी जो लोग जो इसे read करेंगे, what are the lessons that they could draw from this? What is the way forward? आप आगे चल के कैसे करेंगे? अगर ढेंकनाल ODF-S declare हो गया है, what will it do to sustain that ODF-S status? Will it graduate further, or what is the way that you suggest that other can get also inspired from? And quotes from beneficiary, from government officials, really add a human touch to your story. When you wrote about that girl who received a water supply in the cyclone affected district, you must have written about a quote from that. What did the girl say? That would really add a human angle, a human touch to that story. जब आप किसी government official या किसी district collector के बारे में क्या quote एक लिखते हैं, उससे भी एक फायदा ये होता है कि story की credibility और uptake ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है, because that gives a validation of someone in the higher level that okay, the work that we're doing has been good. So this is it. Now, and I'll talk about convergence. Now, in the development sector, especially in UNICEF, मैंने बहुत notice किया है कि convergence पे बहुत जोर दिया जाता है. Convergence is nothing but integrating जो our own work with other programs. For example, हमारा जो WASH program है, this is not working in a silo. ये एक अकेले room में बैठ के काम नहीं कर रहा है. We have to make sure that how are we making other programs such as nutrition or health also achieve their own outcomes. For example, अगर आप वॉश एंड आंगनवाड़ी की बात कर रहे हैं, ग्रे वाटर मैनेजमेंट की, तो इट नॉट ओनली आप जरूरी नहीं अपनी वॉश इंटरवेंशंस के बारे में बता रहे हैं, बट आंगनवाड़ी में कितना स्कोप है न्यूट्रिशन के बारे में लिखना, उससे न्यूट्रिशन पे क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा. सो you see, when you talk about convergence, you expand your canvas in your writing. Think about more things. When you say that you're working towards an emergency response for cyclone for a cyclone in Odisha, you can also talk about how you're contributing to your climate resilience efforts that India has been making, or Odisha has been making in general. This convergence has become very important these days. When you say that an example of Rani Mistries. Let's say that you are building the capacity of such and such people on building toilets or retrofitting toilets. How many of these are them of women? Are they? So this is how you can link gender with WASH programming. I hope you got the context. And convergence is nothing but expanding your own canvas and thinking out of the box. Now, always remember, जब आप अपनी case study लिखें, always keep children at the center of the narratives. For example, I'll give an example. जैसे कि आपने इसके बारे में case study लिखी कि केंद्रपाड़ा district had been declared ODF. Okay, great. That's a great achievement. How will it impact children? Will the children have toilets in their schools? Will the children have better access to sanitation? Will the mortality rate be decreased? Will their nutrition outcomes be improved? So you have to have जिसके बारे में आप बात करें उसका children से context जरूर निकालें. And yes, we move on. Okay, now some very quick logistics. Can anyone tell me where is this picture from? Take a wild guess. Where is this picture from?
Odisha.
Anyone?
Kendrapada.
Any guess? If you don't know, just
Kendrapada.
Odisha. Odisha.
Okay. Where in Odisha and what is this?
Naren sir told Kendrapada, so it has to be that.
Okay.
Solar system.
Solar
Waterhead
system.
tank run by
Solar system. Oh,
Okay. I don't know about this image. You know why? Because
Because
this
there's no
image
caption.
is not captioned. Thank you, Vivek. Great. This image is not captioned. जब भी अगर image आप अपनी story में दें, always caption it. Now, ये कहावत है ना कि pictures speak 1,000 words, but if you also add a few more words, it also adds a lot to your picture. So जब भी आप कोई picture लिखें उसे caption जरूर दें. दूसरी important बात मैं ये कहना चाह रहा था कि आप जिनके भी आप पिक्चर लेते हैं मान लीजिए आप उस स्टोरी में आपने देखा कि एक बच्ची की फोटोग्राफ ली हुई थी यू मेक श्योर व्हेन यू टेक फोटोग्राफ्स यू हैव टू टेक कंसेंट ऑफ दैट पर्सन एज वेल बिकॉज एज फोटोग्राफर वी हैव दैट सॉफ्ट पावर जिसे हम उसकी स्टोरी को रिप्रेजेंट कर सकें सो इट्स इंपॉर्टेंट मे बी दैट गर्ल डिडंट वांट हर स्टोरी टू बी पब्लिक मे बी शी डिडंट वांट हर फोटोग्राफ टू गो ऑन सोशल मीडिया सो यू हैव टू आस्क her consent, take her consent from her. If it's a child, please do take consent from his or her guardian or maybe school teacher or a parent. Please do take that. हमारे पास एक consent form है जो मैं आपको इस workshop के बाद जरूर भेजूंगा उसके जरिए आप consent ले सकते हैं बट आई नो कि आजकल फील्ड पे जाना लॉकडाउन के चलते हुए मुश्किल हो गया है सो वी हैव ईज्ड अप द नॉर्म्स एंड यू कैन नाउ कलेक्ट कंसेंट ऑन व्हाट्सएप एज वेल सो इफ दैट पर्सन whosoever is on the photograph can write that I give consent on WhatsApp आपको WhatsApp मैसेज कर देता है you can take a screenshot of that and that can also act as a consent मैं इसका भी एक सैंपल आप सबको भेजूंगा okay and lastly okay the file naming this is a very underrated and very under practiced tactic in knowledge management कि आप ज्यादातर लोग अपनी फाइल्स को सही से नेम नहीं करते हैं यू रिमेम्बर जैसे कि हमने बोला था कि आप अपनी केस स्टडी को सही टाइटल देंगे और सही तक और सब कुछ उसके बारे में बताएंगे अपनी केस स्टडी में सो दैट अ पर्सन डजंट हैव टू रीड इट फॉरवर्ड उसी तरह से अपनी फाइल्स को भी आप जिस तरह से नेम करें उसे भी उसमें भी यू शुड बी वेरी ऑल एनकम्पासिंग अगर आपको नहीं समझ में आ रहा है कि फाइल्स कैसे नेम होनी चाहिए वी हैव सजेस्टेड अ नॉमेनक्लेचर फॉर यू जो कि आपकी फाइल में होना चाहिए व्हिच इज द डेट व्हेन इट वाज प्रोड्यूस्ड you see 18/5/10 which is 2018 May and 10 it's the year the month and the date what is that the subject SOP for installing defiltration units और it's a training manual for स्वच्छाग्रहीज और किसकी क्या लोकेशन है आप इसे ब्रैकेट में देंगे so the three main things that must be there in your files A is the date second is the subject what is it exactly and the third is where is it from if it's in a it's in a different language let's say in Odia or maybe Hindi you can also you have the leeway of specifying that in brackets as well because that if you see file management if you see if you manage your files correctly your library looks much more organized and the person who accesses your library after when you probably leave the organization which is also a measure of sustainability he or she doesn't have to make a lot of effort to find what he needs so you have to be very careful when you name your files as well that's about it from my side now it's a chance for you to speak for any questions any comments any recommendations anything probably something you didn't like about the workshop I'll include in the second workshop as well anything any reflection that you have
Yeah,
any
Raghav.
question that you have जो मैं answer नहीं कर पाया? Yes.
Yeah, Raghav, sorry. While you were discussing that part of case study which I had submitted, I had to leave. So will it be possible if you could just explain it once again in a nutshell, just for 2 minutes, I guess?
Which
Because I was
one? Which one?
that phony related the girl.
The Fani related. Okay,
Yeah.
so I didn't discuss the case study. People came up with responses that they thought of the case study, that they thought that there should have been a title, a very catchy
Okay.
title. Now, there were a lot of unrealistic claims made in that story, as someone pointed out, that you said that, okay, this was a moment of cherish, but you didn't kind of explain it in the word go. This was one of the points that came up. And some people said the sentences were kind of long and run on, so they couldn't understand it. So these were broadly the three issues that came up, that came up from the audience as well.
So what I remember while I was writing this case study,
Hmm.
so while I submitted it for the first review, I was told that I need to reduce it because it should not be more than a page. So I don't think that.
Exactly.
So I could not explain everything in detail, the background and the introduction, and so just to reduce it and just to keep it a bit short, I missed
Okay.
few points.
So Vivek, I'm glad you reduced it, because this is the first thing that I complimented about the story, that I'm glad it's one page, because like you said, nowadays nobody has time to read like a 10-page case study. So if you have it in one page, make sure to encapsulate every information in one page as well. Writing long is very easy, but writing short and concise is exactly where the art is required. So you have to be like, in the first paragraph you could have said, like, okay, Cyclone Fani had devastated such and such villages, one of them, which explains the background on its own. Then they came up with the subject of the story, that one of the Narayanpur, I think if I remember correctly, was one of the Narendrapur was one of the district that was worst affected and lost access to water, through which UNICEF prompted in and installed an RO system, from which children were really benefited from it. And then you could have given a human touch to it by then talking about the girl who benefited from the story, from the RO water installation, if that makes sense, right?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you can reach out to me bilaterally and we can work on refining that. Yeah. Anyone, any other question? Shipra, you want to, any other comment, any other reflection?
I think people have started reflecting on what needs to be. I think it will be good if people can, with this insights, can write again a case study, because they are working in the field and all. And if we can have another session, maybe after a month or so,
Yes, absolutely.
with this
Yes.
insight, and we can have a look at another 2 or 3 case studies with this fresh perspective.
Absolutely. So we're gonna have a refresher session sometime in December, January, very early January. We're gonna recap everything and progress further. But till then, I will share you the resources of making good case studies, all the templates that I talked about, and a feedback form of what you felt of this workshop. Please feel free please feel free to give in your positive as well as critical feedback. We'll be more than happy to receive it. Any other question before we wrap? I think we're almost on time, just 5 minutes over time. Yeah. Any other question? Any other reflection? Anyone else? If you didn't like the workshop, please do let me know as well. I'll try to improve it the next time.
I guess it would have been better if it was on the weekend. I mean, on Saturday or Sunday.
It's on a weekend. I should make it on a weekend, okay?
Either on Saturday or Sunday.
No, it's only because Vivek is in secretariat. That's all.
No, because I wanted to attend it full, but somewhat it was not possible because I was attending in bits and pieces. So
that's okay. Vivek, you can reach out to me directly and we can work on it. No, not an issue. Anyone else before we say bye-bye to everyone? Shipra, Narendra, any final comments, any instructions to the consultants on how they should progress further?
Somebody wants to speak, I guess.
Hello. It is,
yes, please.
Thank
yes.
you. Yeah, it is really very good interactive discussion, and we learn a lot of things because many things we have clear. So it is better that you can share some some good documents and this PowerPoint so that we can actually help.
Yeah, I will. Just after this workshop, I will. Yes.
Yes. So thanks, Raghav. I think it was, I think, a good start. I think a couple of people spoke and some did not speak. I think it was a first interaction, I guess. So I think it was an ice-breaking session. And I think a couple of more sessions, there will be more participation. And I think thanks. I think people will read more. And I think as we move forward and there are a lot of good work which is happening in the state.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I think your insights will be helpful in capturing those and bringing. I
For
think
sure.
some of your sessions, it will be also good for you to tell us how these people as an individuals could also capture these and probably share it at that. They're individually as a social platform, and as individuals, if they could share it as their Facebook or as their LinkedIn's or how good to write those, because say for example these young people's also use a lot of LinkedIn's and or Twitters, and so how do they how do they write these things, and how can they use these platforms also? You could also
Absolutely. Yeah,
share
we can talk about it. Yeah, yes.
yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay, then thank you so much. Thank you. It was nice being here, and we'll stay connected. Anyone, this is my email ID. Of course, I'll share a lot of resources. You can get my email ID from there. And any issue, any doubts, any questions on knowledge management documentations, feel free to reach out to me at any point in time. So thank you so much. Have a good day. I'm sorry for
Thank you,
taking 10
Raghav.
minutes
Thank you
longer.
to
Thank
Swati
you.
also.
Thank you,
So,
Narendra
well,
sir. Thank you.
thank you for this opportunity, and it will definitely help our consultants. And we also learned a lot.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.